going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
At Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, we're proud to be locally owned and operated because we're not just a bank, we're family. When you call, you'll be greeted by a friendly representative who's ready to discuss your banking needs, as well as offer our competitive rates on CDs and money market accounts. Our loan decisions are made in-house and never sold to a secondary market because our commitment is simple. You matter to us. At Lawrenceburg Federal, we offer all the conveniences of larger banks with a personal touch. Join us at Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, where community, trust, and service come together.
Lawrenceburg Flooring and More is your premier source for hardwood, laminate, luxury vinyl tile, sheet vinyl, residential and commercial carpet, carpet tiles, ceramic and porcelain tile, waterproof floating floor, plus blinds and shutters. Lawrenceburg Flooring and More is also home to all name brands and can tackle projects big and small. Installation, you're covered with installers who've got years of experience and stand behind their work. Let Lawrenceburg Flooring and More make your design dreams a reality. 2760 Highway 43 North, or visit LawrenceburgFlooringandMore.com.
Whether you're looking to spruce up the interior or exterior of your home or business, trust Lawrenceburg Glass to provide a one-of-a-kind product. From windows to mirrors, shower doors, custom framing, storefront installations, and everything in between, Lawrenceburg Glass takes pride in our quality craftsmanship and strong attention to detail. With us, your customer experience always exceeds expectations. We're reliable, on time, and we deliver stunning results. Lawrenceburg Glass. Our passion is reflected in our work.
LUS is committed to our customers, from providing and maintaining energy-efficient utility services to friendly, helpful customer service. LUS is there. At LUS, we're always challenging everything we know, every day. We strive to improve efficiency and reliability while focusing on our responsibility to our customers and the community. It's our promise to provide dependable service to our customers every time. Because we don't just work in Lawrence County, we live here too.
Make your lawn a legacy. At Legacy Lawn and Landscapes, we put more than 16 years of experience into your goals. We won't meet your expectations, we'll exceed them. We offer consultation, installation, maintenance, hardscapes, construction, and land clearing services. Owner John and Jamie Brewer with their team are dedicated to providing the highest quality landscape services to commercial and residential clients in Middle Tennessee. Service, teamwork, results. That's how you leave a legacy.
What really matters during the ball game, you realize that what comes out of our mouths starts in our hearts. Jesus says in Matthew 12 and verse 34, "For out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks." When you hear somebody talk, when you see their attitude, when you hear the words they use, it tells you something about what's on the inside. Let's use our words today to build up, to encourage, to strengthen, not to be derogatory or to tear down. And that message brought to you by your friends at the Leoma Church of Christ.
Are you looking for a non-factory job environment? Livingstone Freight Solutions is a 3PL company that began managing warehouses in Tennessee, Alabama, and Mississippi. With our multiple shifts and experienced management team, our goal is to give you, as an employee, a safe family work environment and competitive wages. We offer a wide variety of employment opportunities from forklift drivers to management level positions. We also strive to offer a competitive benefit package and PTO options. For more information or to apply, visit us at livingstonefs.com or give us a call at 931-2 269 3255.
Why should you bank with Employee Resources Credit Union? We offer a wealth of services, including mobile banking, video banking, bill pay, and more. We also offer loan rates that are lower than those of our competitors. Employee Resources Credit Union has been a financial pillar since 1964, providing long-time support to members of the community. Join us and become part of the ERCU commitment, not for profit, for service.
Being raised in Tennessee, we believe in the importance of family and community. Creating a positive experience at our family-owned and operated business is one of the ways we share that belief.
Being in an accident can be extremely stressful. When it came time for my repairs, Mashburn's made it easy.
I am lucky to have a wonderful company in my community like Mashburn's Collision Center. It's reassuring to know that I'm in good hands because their work is second to none.
We pride ourselves that the Mashburn name is one of the most trusted in Lawrence County since 1981. Mashburn's Collision Center. Let our family take care of yours.
Why should you bank with Employee Resources Credit Union?
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome here to X Sports Live. We got a brand new segment we're going to be starting off every show with here for a very long time here. We're joined by Nathan Cavins here. And Nathan, why don't you introduce yourself and introduce what you're going to be showing off for us?
Absolutely. So my name is, like you said, Nathan Cavins. I'm a CEO, a realtor, and a property manager over at Flora Mid-South Realty, located here in Lawrenceburg, right behind McDonald's. We have been asked to partner with X Sports Network to do Athlete of the Week. So we're going to do a weekly Florida Mid-South Athlete of the Week. We'll get a name from X Sports, and we'll present that award at the top of the show, and we'll go from there. The winner each week, or the athlete of each week, they're going to receive a very nice framed certificate, but the biggest prize of it all is going to be at the end of the year during the X's. All the athletes of the year is going to be put into a drawing for a $1,000 insert gift card. More than likely it'll be like an Amazon, probably like an Amazon thing, especially for those seniors out there that are getting ready to leave for college. They can go get some things they need for their dorms and all that good stuff. Perfect. Everybody uses Amazon, so I think that'll be good for everybody. So this week we'll go ahead and announce. And so this young lady out of Loretta High School, go Mustangs. My daughters go out to Loretta, so that had you're allowed to shout them out. We're not going to give them. They had no bearing on the winner. I'm not involved with that at all, but I'm glad it was a Mustang to start it out with. But the winner this week of the Florida Mid-South Athlete is going to be Allie Weathers. Nice.
Much deserving. Hayden, we've seen a lot of her the last couple of weeks here. District Tournament MVP, Region MVP, whatever Loretto needed done to win a district, to win a region, she certainly did it this week.
Absolutely. She came in clutch for both games. As the Madison Academy game, it was kind of, it wasn't too awfully close for Madison Academy, but Loretta did what they needed to do to get to the championship game. That championship game between Summertown and Loretta, that was one for the ages. And so Allie Weathers came in big early in the first set, came alive late in the game, and, took them to a 3-1 victory, and they're going to be playing for the sub-state tomorrow night. And then Summertown, once again, they'll be going on the road to Camden Central. So looking forward to both of our teams' performance tonight, and best of luck, and hopefully they can both get to the state tournament.
Absolutely. Thank you, Nathan, for partnering with us. And I'm loving the X's.
I like it, yeah.
Did you steal that from the office?
What, the X's?
Yeah.
Well, no, that during the X's, their award show at the end of the year, we're going to draw for the winner.
There we go.
Okay. So,
sweet.
I'm just saying, I think we have to call them the X's.
Yeah, I think we got to call it the X's now. Yeah.
Well, I assume that's what it was called. That's what I was told. So.
Yeah, we're going to call it the X's. We're
calling
it the X's.
We're
calling it the X's, yeah.
Sponsored by these guys.
Yeah.
They came
Perfect.
up with the name. So, Nathan, thanks for stopping by.
Hey,
awesome
very
with the partnership. And look out for Allie's picture coming up on their website here. This is the plaque that he's talking about. And, hey, they're going to give you a $1,000 gift card.
A chance for $1,000.
Excuse me, there we go. A chance for a $1,000 gift card.
Absolutely.
I think that's worth it.
Yeah, I mean, well, why wouldn't you? Yeah, especially about to say your performance based, and then how it is throughout the weekend, and have a chance to throughout the year get more performances, and then throw your name in a hat and have a chance to get $1,000. And like you said, going back to college, getting ready for dorm season and all that stuff. So, I mean, what better way to start off your college career or anywhere else?
Absolutely. Right. I wish I had I was never good enough to be called Player of the Week in any sport in my life. But thank you, Nathan, for stopping by here. We'll start off every show here with the Athlete of the Week. So coming up next, me and the guys will recap everything that's gone down in the world of high school sports and get you ready for Week 9 of the high school football season coming up next.
Go Mustangs.
Shop McMaster's Home Gallery for furniture, appliances, and more. And shop quality, shop convenience, shop service, shop local. A family-owned business with a long history of serving the region. We're a one-stop home furnishings destination. We feature brands you know, competitively priced, backed by professional installation and service. You can trust that we'll take good care of you before and after the sale. For your home, shop smart. Shop McMaster's Home Gallery today.
Old School Rentals in Loretto, Tennessee is headquarters for all your rental equipment needs. Need a trailer? How about saws, tools, loaders, or generators? You can find all of that and much, much more at Old School Rentals. Owner Ryan Smith, located on North Main Street in Loretto, Tennessee.
Oliver Wellness and Massage, located in Pulaski, Tennessee, is your premier spa for massage therapy, salt therapy, IV therapy, tanning, and much more. Stay relaxed, look your best, and feel good at Oliver Wellness, located at 1187 West College Street, Pulaski, Tennessee, or contact Haley at 931-309-0462 or schedule your appointment online at 931massage.com.
Got primary care? Find your way to better health with Primary Care by One Stop Medical. With decades of combined experience, you'll find a one-on-one relationship just like the old days, but with the convenience and technology of today. When One Stop Medical does primary care, it's the best. Call today for an appointment and find your way to healthy living. Serving Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Hohenwald. Phone 931-244-8220. Primary Care by One Stop Medical at its best.
From our humble beginnings to today, Parks Lumber Company has continuously served Lawrence and surrounding counties for over a century. Although we started as a small lumber yard in 1896, we have grown to include everything you need to make your dream project come to life. No matter your building needs, our experienced staff will be with you every step of the way to ensure you receive the highest customer service and attention to detail you deserve. Visit us at 106 2nd Street or on Facebook. We guarantee you will see working with PLC is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
There are now more ways to save at QuickMart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at QuickMart convenience stores using the Quick Club app, available in the Apple App Store and Google Play. To save on fuel for work, use the Fuel Rewards Pro app to earn 5 cents a gallon on work fill-ups and redeem the savings for yourself. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store and Google Play.
Top quality equipment rentals at the right price. It's not too good to be true at Rent Right Equipment and Sales. We guarantee clean, reliable products that are up to your standards. Our family-owned business has been doing that for more than 40 years. Let our friendly and knowledgeable staff take care of you from purchase to maintenance. Saws, drills, lifts, mowers, generators, you name it, we've got it. Stop by and see our inventory today, located on Buffalo Road in Lawrenceburg.
Don't just find a job, find a career with Resource MFG. The team at Resource MFG in Lawrenceburg has the resources and experience to find you a full or part-time position right away. Now recruiting for open positions in Lawrence, Giles, and Murray counties. Whether you're entering the workforce for the first time or looking to take your career to the next level, let your journey begin with Resource MFG. located at 300 Ellingson Street in Lawrenceburg. Phone 931-570-2111 to jumpstart your career today.
Head on over to Shaw Southeast Distributing in Lawrenceburg to find everything you need for your home, business, or fundraiser. To make life easier, Shaw Southeast Distributing now accepts EBT cards. Have a concession stand, food truck, or just your kitchen at home? Leave it to Shaw to fill your shelves with ease. Shaw Southeast Distributing delivers. Family owned and operated. Phone 931-762-7760. Follow us on Facebook or visit us at 1603 Ripke Avenue in Lawrenceburg.
At Smith Tax and Business Service, we offer many services. Along with personal income tax prep, we also offer tax preparation for corporations and partnerships. If you're a small business and looking for some extra help, give us a shout and we'll get you fixed up. Call Mary Beth Smith, Marion Matthews, Brooklyn Bates, or Michelle Staggs to find out how we can help you. Located at 208 Pulaski Street, phone 931-244-6633.
Are you tired of missing out on family life just to be treated like another truck number? Since 1986, Southeast Cares has been a family-operated business based in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Being family-owned ourselves, we understand the importance of family, which is why we value it above all else. With our large number of dedicated lanes and our friendly staff, we are able to evenly divide your home time with the amount of time you spend on the road. We offer multiple benefits with large company pay, all while keeping a small company environment. For more information, visit our website at southeastcarriers.com or check us out on Instagram and Facebook.
Southern Craft Manufacturing is dedicated to creating the finest quality and greatest value products in the death care industry. Southern Craft has perfected blending old world craftsmanship with modern manufacturing technologies to create a full line of steel, wood, and corrugated caskets. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, Southern Craft is now looking to hire local and regional truck drivers, welders, and production workers, each with great starting pay and a benefits package. For more information, visit southerncraftmfg.com.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back here to X Sports Live, joined by Dusty Kaiser, Clint Brazier, Hayden Burke's about to come in the frame. And guys, it's great to have the band back together. Everyone here, not in the threat of a hurricane like I was. Actually, I was back by that time last week, but it's good to have the band back together. And
we tried not to run it off the rails last week.
Yeah, we tried not to.
Yeah, just a few trash bags, which I need to put my teams in that trash bag right now. So that's another story for another time. But hey, we've had a bye week as far as high school goes, but our volleyball teams have been in action. We've gone through the district tournaments. We've gone through the region tournaments. We got Loretto and Summertown in the sub-states. It started off with that, Hayden. You and I able to see that region tournament. Summertown, Loretto took care of business against Huntington and Madison Academic. And then the championship game, certainly one for the ages, a very entertaining game between those two.
It was one for the ages. First thing I want to do, Clint, I'm sorry for what I stated to you.
You didn't do nothing.
Anyways, that's a story. Yeah, Clint was blowing up my phone. Yeah.
Better put some respect in that when you talk about Summertown, boy.
Yeah. But anyways, no, it was a great game. That's one of those things where even though in the past it was 3-2 in the first game, 3-0, then 3-0 the district championship. That was also Abby Jo Schaefer didn't play in the championship game as well. But anyway, back in the lineup, great to see her back in the lineup. Big for Summertown at that point. But that game could have gone either way. Every set went down to the wire, and the best part about it wasn't just. I mean, it was a game of runs. But there was a point in that third and fourth set they were just trading points back and forth, and that, like we were talking about on air, there's no telling how many lead changes and ties there were in that game.
They would blow up the stat sheet if we were to try to
Oh,
keep
absolutely,
up.
yeah.
It would have been interesting to see what could have happened if Summertown could have held on to that first set.
Yes, the first set.
The first set,
They
that's what we talked about.
The team that wins the first set would win the match.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Summertown had a 10-point lead at one time.
I think it was 12-2. Yeah,
and I think it was 20-14.
I think it was 19-10 when that second timeout was called by Loretta.
And there was a 2014 year.
Yeah,
and I thought, well, they've got them. And then when they did it, I said, well, they won't win another game. They'll be so. And then they come back and win the very next one.
They
So
were down 5 points at one point.
Yeah.
In the second set came back and won.
I think I've kind of predicted the first year. I think Loretta's the front runner in the volleyball. You can tell the sets and the hitters, I think, is the difference. Hustle plays, I mean, good. How many long points did you guys call?
There's a lot.
How many back and forths? A lot. But the set, just the hitters, I think, is the difference in those two teams. Leadership. Annalie Kelly does a great job as the libero for Summertown, as does Ezel for Loretta. But I think they're pretty even. It's just Summertown needs one more Abby Jo, to be honest. It does. Her and Millie Emerson, they do a great job. And I'm not blasting the kids. I mean, you start what you are. If you're short, you're short. You know, Em was our best hitter last year because Abby Jo was hurt, and she's been a libero all her life. You know, you just have to play with what you got. But I'll say this: if I'm Loretta, I do not want to see Summertown again in the state tournament.
They could certainly be back.
Be
again.
back in,
yes.
yeah.
You know, they've got every chance to win at
Camden Central.
Camden Central. I knew if it's Camden something. They're going to Camden Central. Harpeth comes to Loretta tomorrow night. Both those games are at 7 o'clock. We'll be on the X Sports Network. Clint, they couldn't face off not once but twice. Depends on where they end up on each side. Of the bracket
it's one of those nightmare scenarios that we've seen before, that I've seen. But you've beat Summertown, and sometimes it's been pretty easily. Sometimes it's been like it was the other night. Sometimes it's a 3-2 game. But you've beat them 4 times in a row now.
Yeah. It's hard to be a team.
You do not want to have to do that the 5th and 6th time in the state tournament.
It's going to be a packed gym because the fans travel,
Yes.
especially when there's something like
Well,
that
it just
going
gets
on.
hard.
Yeah.
You know.
And Loretta needs to. Now, I don't know what all they lost, but Harpeth was who eliminated Summertown last year in the sub-state and is a state tournament team.
And
I don't know what all they lost.
Loretta has played Harpeth this year, too, in the Creekwood tournament as well.
And I want to say that Loretta eliminated Harpeth last year.
I think
they
yeah,
did
I think
in
you're
the
right,
state
yeah.
tournament.
So, you know, you definitely can't be looking ahead to Murfreesboro, I think. And of course, Coach Quillen, he won't let his bunch do that. I think they've done a really good job just staying humble and know what the overall goal is. So, and if you're Summertown, your house money from here out. You made it as far as you did last year. You know, everybody's picking Loretta. Get there and see what happens.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, the goal is to get there.
Yeah.
The goal is to get there.
It's
One step at a time.
It's just like any other sport. You know, your goal is to get to the playoffs, and to get to the dance, and then let the chips fall where they may. Because, you know, that region with Summertown and Loretta, they can beat anyone in the state in their class.
Sure.
You know, we don't know what everyone else has. We'll find out next week in Murfreesboro.
Right.
But they're good enough to beat anyone in their class. And
Absolutely.
if they both make it to Murfreesboro, what's to say they won't meet up not once but twice once they're there?
I mean,
It'd be great if it happened.
It'd be great to see them both in the championship game because I believe both teams can make it to the championship game. So
certainly can. Unfortunately for the Lady Cats in Lawrence County, their season came to an end last night. But give them a lot of credit. Hayden, you and I saw them, and I know we've all seen them at parts this year. If you would have saw them in the Summertown SmackDown, you wouldn't have said, "Okay, they're going to win the district and then go to the region." So the fact that they have a young squad, they're graduating 5 seniors who, I mean, that might be the best group of senior class. They won 4 district titles. They made it to a state tournament. They made it to 2 straight sub-states or 3 straight.
You're right.
Yep.
3 straight sub-states at one point. So that might be the best, most winningest volleyball class in Lawrence County history. But then you look at the future. The Leah Dixons, the Destiny Daniels, Lena Brown came in last night against Brentwood and kind of held her own a little bit. future's bright for that team, guys.
Especially with Leah Dixon. I mean, she won the district MVP, and that's impressive as a freshman. So hats off to them. Like you said, during the Summertown Smackdown, I kind of had my questions about the team, but throughout the whole entire year, you kept on seeing them getting better and better and better and better. Yeah. And then when I saw that Columbia game, of course, then again, it's like you said, getting to the playoffs, the chips are going to fall. Spring Hill didn't look that good going into the playoffs. Lincoln County upset Spring Hill in the semifinal, and then Summertown was, not Summertown, Columbia was just unreal on both sides of the ball.
And give them, I wish I could have been here last week to talk about, but give Lawrence County credit. They have that war with Columbia. I mean, they played them 3 times this year, guys. All 3 went to 5 sets. Yeah. And either side could have won either one of those games. Right. And then they go to a 5-set thriller down into extra points. Then they got to turn around and play Lincoln County 20 minutes later, and they beat them 3-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the most impressive things I've ever seen, to go from exhausted to, you get a 5-minute breather because, they're warming up the entire time. Yeah. And then go out there and handle their business the way they do.
And to their credit, they're in a stacked region.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched Brentwood, and Brentwood was the 2 seed.
Yeah.
And saw how good they were. So, I mean,
both of those teams made it to the state tournament a year ago. I mean,
Nolensville is probably one of my favorites behind Cleveland to probably win the AAA.
Yeah, it's watching them was unreal. So let's get into high school football. Got a big matchup. These two going to be on the call tomorrow night.
Tomorrow.
Thursday.
Friday.
Yeah, I've had so many Thursday night games. They're all running together. So big one on Friday night. Richland, Summertown, non-region game, but guys, this is a big one for both sides. Not only because of the proximity, because of the rivalry, but I mean, you get a win here, and you got the 2 after them, both region games. That can really propel you moving forward. This is a huge game and kind of a litmus test for both sides here on Friday night.
Well, I think it could matter to both teams, too, as far as seeding goes.
Right.
If you have to go, because, I mean, there's a good chance Summertown, Loretta, Mount Pleasant could be in a 3-way tie for the number 2 seed.
Absolutely.
When it's all said and done.
Yep.
I don't know where Richland, I think they're okay, but, I don't know that they're going to need their overall record. But Summertown could. I mean, you can't be thinking ahead because Summertown still has to go to Hole in the Wall. They still have East Hickman. And it's gonna be a hard road for them. But I think every game you've got from here on, even though it's not a region game, you need to win it because it could come down to your overall record to bump you ahead of Loretta, bump you ahead of Mount Pleasant.
Yeah. I mean, it's East Hickman's number 1. I know East Hickman, I was looking at East Hickman's 1, Mount Pleasant's 2, Summertown's 3, and Loretta's 4. So that's the top 4 right now. But then again, Lewis County is still in the picture.
Mount Pleasant,
Loretta have to play each other. And Summertown, East Hickman.
Lewis County's not an easy out, especially when you got to go there.
Yeah, I believe they're 32 straight years, and they're on the borderline of not making the playoffs this year. So they're going to be clawing and fighting for it.
If they lose that game with Summertown, then they will be on the outside.
Then they will be on the outside looking in.
Summertown's got East Hickman, after that.
Oh, yeah. The good thing for that, it's senior night, it's a home game for Summertown.
Right.
I think the best way it could work out for Summertown to be playing the number 1 seed and it may come down to the end where East Hickman has it locked up anyways.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they may take their foot off the gas a little bit because it's going to mean a lot more to Summertown than I think it's going to East Hickman.
Yes.
East Hickman's got
that could be a way that Summertown get that number 2 seed.
Yeah, and East Hickman's got Mount Pleasant coming up. They got to go to Mount Pleasant. That's a very talented team. Got a lot of guys that can play, so that's not going to be an easy matchup. Richland is the top of their region right here. They got Moore County behind them at 3-1. Richland's 4-0, so they play Moore County and Cornersville. They've got wins against Wayne County, Eagleville, Humboldt, and Collinwood after this. And the good thing for that, they've got 3 straight games at home. After 5 of their first 7 were on the road.
Yep.
And their only loss right now is to Lincoln County, who's the top team in Lawrence County's region.
And that's a great team. Yeah. But going back to the game we got Friday between Summertown and Richland, that means a lot for the schools, but it also means a lot for those guys on the sideline coaching. You got some friends that's, it's a rival.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, Nick Patterson, he does a great job.
He does a really good job.
And when we had this whole debacle with Rice at Summertown and that whole mess, and I feel freely to talk about it because that principal's gone at Summertown and Rick Rice is gone, so I don't care, but that was a mess. When it finally, now this is nothing against our coach. I think we got a great coach. Glad to tickle to death we got Walt Smith there now as well. But I was saying, go see if Patterson wants to come home. Go see. He's a Summertown guy. He's got Summertown ties, and I said, go see if he's ready to wants to come home. But they didn't go that way. But he would have had my full endorsement, what little it counts.
Sure.
If he would have been the next Summertown coach. And he's a really good guy, and he runs a really good program.
He runs a really good program, and that middle school program that they've got,
champions.
He has his hand in that as well.
I'll be honest with you, I don't see him going nowhere.
I think they got him locked down.
Well, they're three-way tie at 3-2 for 3 through 5. It's Summertown, Loretto, and Lewis County. Lewis County already has a loss to Loretto. If they lose to Summertown, I guess more than likely they're
mathematically
they're out.
Unless
scenarios happen.
Right. I mean, Harpeth can go on a road. Can go on a roll. I don't know what the rest of their schedule shapes out to be. But you got East Hickman at 4-0, Mount Pleasant at 3-1. Mount Pleasant gets the win there, then that can really cause some chaos.
If Mount Pleasant beats East Hickman, then that game between Summertown and East Hickman, that means
again you've got to get through Lewis County.
Yes, but I mean, not trying to look too far ahead, but think about what that game would mean, though.
Oh yeah.
Well, Loretto will be out of region, going on the road to take on Eagleville. Not an easy game. Eagleville's got athletes.
It's a hard game just because you got to drive 2 hours from Loretto to get there.
There's no easy way to get there.
Right.
So I mean that sets itself up. You feel like you're down 7 points before you're suited up.
Yes, 'cause I mean, they're going to leave school early. You know that, but that's still rough.
Yeah,
to travel even as teenagers
on a bus. It's getting cold outside too.
Trying to just get yourself hyped up and get prepared and all that.
A non-region game as well, but also I think for them coming out of a bye, you had that loss to East Hickman where your offense played really well. I was just there today. Everyone was talking about they weren't tough enough. They need to show toughness. This is a good game to show toughness.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
You go on the road. You got a team that they're going to try to out-tough you as well. Like Eagleville, they can spread it out and throw the ball around as well. But they want to prove that they can be tough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Loretto needs to punch them in the mouth early.
Right. Yeah, and that with that running game and all the adjustments that they've made in the running game, Mason Tibble's really coming on strong as a runner. I mean, that one touchdown run at East Hickman was unreal. It was like a 60-yarder, and broke like 5 tackles.
we saw it. Just East Hickman, they kept on. What they did was they kept the ball in their hands, and they ran the clock down, ran the football, and we saw it too. Loretto could score too. It wasn't like East Hickman just Loretto ran out of time. Honestly, they ran out of time and just. They couldn't get certain stops, and they just ran out of time offensively.
They look like Alabama. They look great on offense. And get off field on defense.
They did. Yeah, that's kind of what it reminded me of.
You're already starting.
Hey, it's Alabama hate week, man.
Yeah.
You're already
I can't believe I waited this long.
Yeah. Well,
I ain't saying that.
Next segment, ladies and gentlemen. But finishing up here for Lawrence County, gosh, I sent him a picture. Was it last night or earlier today?
Last night.
But we moving on to Lawrence County on the road at Shelbyville. The guys, they're in a must-win situation.
That is tomorrow, right?
No, it's
Friday.
They're all Friday.
Well, it seems like Lawrence County played every Thursday for the last week.
Listen, this had me so screwed up for football season. Yeah. We played 3 Thursday night games, and I feel like every game's been Thursday night.
Yeah. I think there's no more. Yeah, there's no more Friday games for Lawrence County. The only 2 games on Thursday are for Summertown and Loretto, and those are on Halloween.
Last week of the season. Yeah. But so Lawrence County goes in on Friday. Shelbyville, top team in their region right now, but just like every other team in that region, they're beatable.
Yeah.
In Lawrence County, and I heard it from their players. I heard it from their coaches today when I was there. Guys, they're preaching 4 quarters because
that's what I was going to say. You got to put it together, and you got to keep it together
because they've done it once, well, actually a couple times this year. Even Loretto wasn't a 4-quarter performance, even though they won. Spring Hill was a 4-quarter performance, but guys, they don't look good in the half. Well, the second half, it kind of changes.
Weren't they up 14-3 at Tullahoma?
Yeah, it was here against Tullahoma.
Yeah, they was up 14-3, and Tullahoma come out in the second half and took care of business. And another thing Lawrence County's got to do, and seems like each week it's getting a little better. We still talk about it. Is some dumb penalties. Mm-hmm. They keep themselves on the field longer on defense for 15-yarders. It's 15 yards, and then next thing you know, now it's 30 yards. They've got to clean that up.
And clean up special teams, which is a point of emphasis. They're working on special teams when I was there today.
Yeah, Lincoln County, they exposed a lot.
Yeah, that was the message today because that pump block by Tullahoma.
Or Tullahoma.
Yeah, that punt block is what shifted
Changed the whole game.
Changed the whole game, and it made it 14-10 Lawrence County, but it kind of felt like the
momentum's a big thing.
Yep.
It felt like the game was in Tullahoma's favor. The rest, right at that moment, the rest of the
Right.
way out after that. So they preached it pretty hard through the bye week, through this week. Shelbyville's got a really good team. They got a running back that's close to 1,200 yards rushing right now, so they got a pretty good task on their hands here on Friday night. But Shelbyville trailed by 10 with 4 minutes left against Columbia and got 3 touchdowns and won the game. And they've been challenged. They haven't played Lincoln County yet, and they've been challenged by some of the other teams within that region as well. So they are certainly beatable, but you got to play 4 quarters to make it.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, guys, coming up next, I'm sure this segment will probably go about 45 minutes. We're going to talk
I just need 10 seconds.
Bama and Tennessee. That is next here on the Exports Network.
If there ever was such a thing as a company that could do almost anything, well, Tenakee Properties is it. These guys know how to completely transform your existing home into something new, or just do it room by room. Need a new bathroom or kitchen? What about a fresh coat of paint? Even a new floor? Looking for dirt work? Tenakee has you covered. Oh, and you can even rent a dumpster from them too. That's Tenakee Properties. Visit Tenakee.com or phone 931-244-4602.
Patient care at its finest is found at Tennessee Valley Family Care. From primary to infant care, physicals, women's health, allergies, diabetes management, plus on-site labs and ultrasounds. Let practitioners Liz Phillips, Kathy Cohen, and Stephanie Tucker care for your health and your entire family's health. Let Tennessee Valley Family Care help you reach your health care goals. The Hidden Garden, located just off the square in downtown Lawrenceburg, is your hometown oasis for massage, aesthetics, full hair and nail services, and body waxing. Gift certificates are available, and be sure to follow them on Facebook for their specials. The Hidden Garden, your peace, your place. 222 Pulaski Street, Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, or phone 931-762-9799.
For the best at-home care in Lawrence County, the Summit at Home is the right company for you. We have a friendly staff over 25 that is trained, educated, and qualified to help with all your needs within your household. Our non-medical services include transportation, housework, dressing, and companionship. We are also covered by most long-term care providers. For more information, please call 931-762-2310.
Efficiency, reliability, accuracy. Move forward with your real estate sale or purchase with Title and Escrow of Lawrence County, the most experienced closing team around. Working with clients locally and throughout the state, we offer a wide range of services, including the expertise of an on-staff attorney, backed by our more than 49 years experience in titles and closings. We get the job done on time at a fair price and ensure every last detail is correct. Our goal is to give you peace of mind. When you work with us, you work with people who live where you do. We understand the importance of the real estate community and strive to build strong relationships with all parties involved in the process. Whether you're buying a home, selling a business, acquiring land, or anything in between, you're in good hands with Title and Escrow of Lawrence County.
Put the most experienced closing team on your side. Contact Title and Escrow of Lawrence County today.
Truett's Garage Doors in Leoma, Tennessee is your one-stop for new garage door installations for all commercial and residential buildings, plus they offer full service on all existing doors. Need a new garage door opener? Truett's Garage Doors has you covered. As an Amar Gold and LiftMaster dealer, Truett's Garage Doors offers the best pricing anywhere in the area. A family-owned and operated business, Truett's Garage Doors has been helping Tennessee and Alabama residents since 1999. Call the pros today at Truett's Garage Doors, 931-201-6464.
Volco Auto Supply in Lawrenceburg has a legacy of being a family-owned and operated company. Since 1927, our business has grown and evolved into today's one-stop source for all your automotive supplies. But in that time, one thing has stayed the same, and that's our commitment to our customers and their needs. At Volco Auto Supply, you'll find everything for your car, truck, or even fleet of vehicles, but with good old-fashioned customer service the way it needs to be. That's Volco Auto Supply, 416 Buffalo Road in Lawrenceburg. Visit VolcoAuto.com.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back here to X Sports Live. As Dusty's been on one here in the break about his best friend, Kalen DeBoer. So, Dusty, what'd you think about that South Carolina game on Saturday?
I was real good. Real good performance by Alabama. They come out, showed real good signs that they suck real bad. Coaching staff probably just needs to go back to JUCO or wherever they come from. Sure ain't been any kind of Division I coaching I've seen in the past 4 games. You got you're a 21-point favorite at home against a just
Beamer ball, baby.
Beamer. And you look like we've not made one adjustment. Not one adjustment have we made since the second half of the Georgia game.
I agree.
Not one.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Now, guys, let's throw out the whole scenario of what team it is. I don't give a crap whose team. If it's your team and you haven't seen any kind of adjustment in 8, 10 quarters,
yeah,
there's problems.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I don't care if you're Alabama, Tennessee, North Dakota State. It don't matter. When you don't make adjustments and you're out there looking like I don't even know what DeBoer's looking at. I mean, hell, he's just standing there. He most of the time he's got his microphone up here, so he's not even talking to anybody. It's terrible. I mean, you got a running quarterback who dominated Georgia. I mean, kicked them in their teeth in the first half. I mean, he ain't even rolled out of the pocket since the second quarter or the third quarter of Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Come on.
He's probably saving that up for this weekend.
Are you kidding?
Well, I mean, I hope not.
Listen, if the over and under for this weekend is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
It's 56.5.
Yeah.
Is the over and under.
I think
the over under, yeah.
You can't add up the points that Tennessee and Alabama scored in the last 2 games to get 56.5.
Yeah, I don't know that you could do 3.
Yeah.
Tennessee only scored 19 against Oklahoma. Of course, Alabama did score a ton against Georgia, so that would probably be the.
Well, no, we had to score a ton against Vanderbilt. We still got beat by 5.
Right.
They hung 40 on us.
Mm-hmm.
But seriously, in all seriousness, people can watch this, and I've heard enough about, well, that's what it feels like when you ain't got Nick Saban. You're exactly right. But when you don't have nothing on the sideline, that's terrible.
Well, let me try to say this as an analyst, not a homer.
Here we go.
Listen, I'm on VolQuest. I'm probably on the same page as you are, Hayden. So many people calling for Heupel. And I feel like they're new Tennessee fans because apparently they forgot the Kiffin, Dooley, Jones, Pruitt errors.
If you can make it through those, you can make it through anything.
I mean, this guy's we've only beat Florida 3 times in 20 years, and this guy's done it twice.
Twice in 3 years.
Yeah, our offense does not look good. There is something going on. I agree, but you Tennessee fans, calm down. You're nuts if you don't think we've got the coach we need.
Yeah.
Now, as far as your coach, I'll be honest with you. DeBoer does not get a pass because most coaches that come in are replacing a coach that got fired. Mm-hmm. They're not replacing a coach that had a Final Four team and all these 4 or 5 stars coming in. And DeBoer's not doing really well with it.
No, that's my whole thing.
You don't get a pass when you have to take over a dumpster fire. He didn't. He took over a Final Four team.
I've said it all along.
And an SEC championship team.
I've said all along. They're like, well, what about the next coach at Alabama? What about the next coach at Alabama? Don't get a pass. Nick Saban's never getting fired. So whoever takes that job,
they're going to have the cream of the crop.
They get the keys to the Cadillac or the Mercedes, whatever you want to call it. And this guy has just crapped the bed with what he's been given. You know, I heard a guy say the other day, buddy of mine, he's like, hey, yeah, you know, that's what happens when you don't get everybody. We've got more 5-star receivers
than anybody
in the country. And I don't care if you're a 2-star, 5-star, don't matter. But I don't want to hear about talent.
Yeah. Well, and on the other side of that, it's going to be weird. It's going to be, you know, Tennessee is struggling so much offensively, and I don't know if it's Nico. I don't know if it's
coaching.
I don't know if it's receivers. I don't know if it's O-line. I don't know if it's all of it.
That offensive line is
But I'm fully expecting to see Nico getting out of the pocket.
Yes.
On the run, making throws out of the pocket, on the run. We've got to do something to mix things up. But you're looking at a team, Tennessee looks really good defensively.
Yeah.
But can't score. Alabama looks really good offensively, can put up a lot of points, but they can't get off the field. Right. And that's against Vanderbilt and South Carolina. Yeah. And Tennessee can't score against Arkansas and Florida.
Yeah.
So who's going to get who?
I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah.
Tennessee's offense or Alabama's defense, one of them's got to step up.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like just calling a spade, if we're going to talk about it this way, I think Sampson he shreds our defense.
He's our only hope right now, offensively.
I mean, and I don't want to take anything away from the kid at Vanderbilt, the quarterback. He shredded us. The quarterback for South Carolina, what'd he do? He shredded us with his legs.
Well, I think Nico's going to have to run the football.
Yeah. I think for y'all, it's going to be the run game. If we're going to talk about it on this side and not just on the fan side, I think Heupel's got to get out of his own way in this game.
Yeah, listen. If that
makes sense.
You're after the halfway point. This is starting the second half of the season. You have to take the chains off.
Because, listen, we're going to take this a little further in this conversation, and I'll go ahead and start it. Whichever team loses,
they're out.
They're done. It's over.
And here's the other thing, and if you really want to talk about it, if you start looking at the top 25 now, even the team that wins, okay, we had a terrible loss to Vandy. Y'all had a terrible loss to Arkansas. We had a crappy win against South Carolina. Y'all had a crappy win against Florida. If this game Saturday is leading up to what we've seen the past 2 weeks, I don't know that the winner still gets in.
Yeah. Well, they're going to have to run the table. Yeah. They'll have to run the table.
Yeah.
I think Alabama can do it because I think Alabama's schedule gets a lot more doable after this week.
It does if we can play football the right way.
But now Tennessee still got Georgia.
I mean, we still got LSU.
Got Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
I never thought. I'll be honest with you.
Kentucky.
At the first of the year, I never thought I'd be grateful that we get Vanderbilt the last game of the year. Maybe they'll be beat up.
But we still got LSU. LSU's on the road right now.
They are on the road. They passed Tennessee in the rankings.
Y'all got Missouri too later on.
We have Missouri later, and of course then we got Auburn in the Iron Bowl, which is not a gimme.
Well, you can throw out records on that one.
Yeah, but Georgia's got Texas this week.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a game.
After that game.
I mean, we talk about that. So what if Georgia
will still have a hope, though, because their loss would be to a number one team and a number one team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. But, I mean, if you look at the way it's set up right now, our game this Saturday, as much as it means to me and you and Hayden, the winner could possibly still get left out. The loser's done for sure.
Yeah. Well, the way either one of them are playing, you're exactly right, because you've got to still get a lot of stuff figured out if you're going to run the table.
Yes.
Yeah. Whether you win Saturday or not.
Because you're going to, I mean, depending, and it's all going to play out, but whatever team gets in, if it's y'all, my God, you're going to have to run up against a Penn State or Oregon.
Yeah,
pretty like in the first couple of rounds.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want that.
I'm looking at the top 25 right now. There's only 2 teams with 2 losses in the top 25, and you got to think about the unexpected. Pitt's 5-0. You know, Indiana's 6-0. No one expected those teams to be undefeated.
BYU.
Yeah, BYU's undefeated. Iowa State's
undefeated. I mean, Kansas State's got 1 loss.
Yeah.
They're in the Big 12, so we know the Big 12's getting in.
Yeah.
So when you start talking about the teams, We still ain't talking
I'll be
about like
honest with you,
Memphis.
If we did get in, I'd hope it'd be against a Big 12 team.
Yeah, that's what you hope for.
We'll take their number one. That's fine.
If I say Utah, BYU doesn't matter.
But you think about like the
BYU's been playing good
You'd
though.
rather play Utah than BYU. BYU.
BYU.
BYU
they're
is
6-0 for a reason.
Yeah.
But like, think about the non-power 5. So Memphis, I'm just using Memphis for a team. But it seems like that's going to take one spot.
Boise State.
You start narrowing it down. Tennessee and Alabama's chances of getting in, even with a win or loss, is really getting slim.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if some of these things hold on. If you you got 2 undefeated Big 12 teams, and it could happen.
It
2
could.
undefeated Big 12 teams matching up in the Big 12 championship game. More than likely, both of those teams are getting into the playoffs. Yeah. How can you deny that?
Here's another scenario I was talking to a guy with today. Okay, y'all beat us. You beat Georgia. You play Texas
in the SEC
and
championship,
you lose.
You're still getting.
I
in.
think you're still getting
in.
I think so. But what if we win and then lose in the SEC championship game?
You're getting in if that's your only other loss.
I think
because your loss. I mean, as bad as the Vanderbilt was, you're still.
Well, so I think at the end of the day, I know, but in real talk, I think the losses that we've had and the way we've played our schedule with South Carolina, Florida, even if we went out, y'all went out and you beat us this weekend, you went out and you beat Georgia, you should be number 1 in the country. Beating Georgia, or at least be number 2, because you've made that's crazy. Beat Alabama, Georgia, that. Quick.
Yeah.
But I feel like the way we've played, the way y'all have played, we could get left out. We could get our feelings hurt.
Well, listen, we're talking about this like
we're still always away.
Yeah, like whoever wins this, like Tennessee, it would not shock me. Tennessee wins Saturday, loses next week to Mississippi State.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or we could lose. We could beat y'all and then lose to LSU and look like we never played football before.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's the way.
And with how we're coach, buddy. Hey, he may not even dress enough kids to play. Y'all, we don't know.
That's right.
I hope that some bucks left an I-40.
I do too.
Yeah. It wouldn't hurt my feelings if I seen a post yesterday about Rick, this guy named Rick Nabian or something. Did you see that? He's coming in to be a defensive assistant to Kellen DeBoer.
Mm-hmm.
It's a joke. It's Nick Saban.
Where?
Got black hair and glasses.
Yeah.
They named him Rick or something.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at all we mentioned the Big 12 and how it's top. How
The Big
top
Ten.
The Big 10. I mean,
We even talked about them.
Oregon, Ohio State,
Penn State.
Penn State. You got 2 Big 10 teams in the top. Actually, in the top 5, you got 3 Big 10 teams.
Yeah.
And one of them has a loss to number 2 by what? 1 point?
1 point, 32-31.
Yeah. You're looking at potentially 3 getting in there. If you have 2 undefeated teams in the ACC playing off in the championship game, those 2 are going to get in.
Yep.
Is there? I know Miami still. I know Clemson's not. Who else in the ACC?
Pitt.
Pitt. That's
Pitt's
right. Pitt.
undefeated.
Yeah.
And then you look at the group of 5 situation. You've got Boise whose
State.
only losses to Oregon in a game they should have won.
You got 3 Big 12 teams that are killing it right now.
3 Big 12 teams are killing it. You got Navy and Army undefeated.
Yeah.
And you still even talk about Texas and Georgia if they run the table.
Yeah.
So I mean, at that point, those 12 spots don't take long to be gone.
They're starting to fill up. Yeah.
This is a year that they're probably happy they have 12.
Yeah, because we were talking about on the way to Huntington, it would be impossible to pick
How do you
4
pick
teams.
4 teams in the way this field is shaped
Yeah.
up this year?
Well, listen, I know we talked about Tennessee and Alabama, but I think Texas is going to beat Georgia by 14, at least 14. I mean, Georgia gave up 35 to Mississippi State. I didn't know Mississippi State could score 35 on anybody.
Yeah. And you do it against Georgia.
Yeah. I mean, something's not right because Kirby's over there pushing their quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah. What's he doing?
And how nothing has come out of that.
Nothing said.
Nothing said.
Oh, but yeah.
Well, he didn't mean to do it.
Well, they
Even if
said he didn't know, and I can see where, but
still,
again,
there's a lot of
it should have been a big deal about it.
It should have been a big deal.
Yeah, if he thought it was one of his players, you ain't supposed to be pushing your player.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the Georgia president or whatever will be like, "Did you just shove your player? Why don't you go to my office?"
Yeah. But I do. I think Georgia, as good as Timmy is, I mean Beck is.
Let's pick it. Let's do a prediction. What do you think Saturday?
Tennessee?
Yeah, our game. Wait, let's do it. We said we wasn't going to do it.
Oh,
let's
come
do
on.
it. Come
I don't
on.
know if we can do this, Clint.
Yep, let's see it.
Tennessee 31, Alabama 28.
All right. I'm going a little different. I'm going lower. I'm going 17-21 Tennessee.
All right.
14-13 Tennessee.
You're going real low.
I think it's going to be one of the. I think it's going to be like the 2009 game.
Where do I go with?
Let's hear it. You're going to be there, Trader.
Yeah, they're mad at me.
Oh, we're going to talk about that in the rant section, by the way.
They're mad at me because I'm actually going to be at the game, but
and not participate.
Well, we're just mad you didn't about us. That's all.
It's just it's us. It's not.
I'm still going to make him a dessert, and I've got an idea.
It's probably going to be something with a big orange tea on it from his wife. Let's hear it.
Because I'm thinking about this way. Bama's defense is really. I think Bama's defense is pretty solid, but like you said, it's a lack of adjustments that they make. But Tennessee's offense doesn't really make adjustments all that well until late in the games. And the thing is, Tennessee is in the loss to Arkansas and the win against Florida. They had spurts that were really good offensively. Like in that game against Arkansas, back-to-back drives of touchdowns?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, here's Hendon Hooker in this offense. They're about to hang 50 in this half.
And you know, it's not. It's they get conservative. They start conservative, open it up, spread it out, and then go back to conservative.
I think
it's like you lose your rhythm.
Yeah.
Tennessee has problems on the offensive line. Their defensive line, their defensive front seven is maybe one of the best in the country.
I think it is the best.
If not the best.
We did lose. What's his
Peely.
name? Pete. Yeah, he's at.
Hey, that kid came in for him though. He's everywhere.
I think it's going to be decided by the quarterbacks and what the coaching staffs allow these quarterbacks to do. If Tennessee can come out with any sort of a game plan like what South Carolina had, like Vanderbilt had, roll out, quick passes, get your playmakers in space and let them make plays, because Bama's secondary struggles with tackling. And we saw that against Georgia.
Well,
We've
they're
seen
getting
that
burned
against,
too. Like I told you this, and I've told you this. I think I've told all y'all this. Nick Saban would be ashamed of this secondary. He would be ashamed of it.
No, he wouldn't, because it would never look like that.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, yeah, it would. Yeah.
One day.
I think. What was your score?
21-17.
31-28.
14-13.
But you took Tennessee?
I took Tennessee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tennessee. I don't know why I'm seeing this number in my head. Tennessee 38-27.
You seeing some scores? All right.
Points on the board.
I think Tennessee's defense
And
is going to
we
be
just
able
all
to
for-
shut down Milroe enough. They're not going to completely shut him down. Shut him down enough, and I think even though I keep saying in our group text, I don't think Nico's the guy, but this could be his game.
And we all four just picked Alabama, and they're favored on the road.
Pick Tennessee.
Pick Tennessee, yeah.
I mean, pick Tennessee, and Alabama's favored on the road.
3 points. Yeah.
Listen, guys, going back to our moron coach talking about going to Knoxville, and he coached at Washington about the sound level. It's a 2:30 game, and that idiot ain't going to be able to hear nobody in his says at 2:30.
Like I told you in a text, I said, it makes me feel better that your coach is at least overlooking something.
Yeah.
If he's overlooking how loud he thinks it's going to be in that stadium, he may be overlooking something else, too.
Yeah. I couldn't believe he made that statement.
So what do you think about his attire, Dusty?
Oh, his little tight hoodies with his nipples sticking out. He looks like a moron. Hey, he looks like the trainer guy that used to stand over and jump up and down and hold his hands up like this. That's what he looks like. He don't even look like a football coach.
I just hope he's there for about 3-4 years. Just enough to drive it in the ground.
If he's there for 3 or 4 years, I'll be a Vanderbilt fan.
They might lose 3 times to Vandy.
Sheesh.
Could you imagine Vandy going to Tuscaloosa and winning?
Yeah. You weren't here last week, but I don't remember if I said it. I think I told you on the phone, but every once in a while I listen to Fine Bob. And what's his name? Legend.
Legend. Oh, I heard Legend at Disney World.
Legend called in and said, he said, we lost to Vanderbilt. He said, my God, Mike Shula didn't lose to Vanderbilt.
Oh, he got better than that. He said Alabama hadn't lost to Vanderbilt in 40 years. He said, boy, you lost to Vanderbilt in 4 weeks.
In 4 weeks. He said, are we having fun now? He said, well, at least he's having more fun than Saban did.
Yeah.
He said, this ain't fun.
Vandy's our daddy.
Yeah, Vandy's our daddy.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. It should be fun. So kick off at 2:30. I know these guys are going to have a big old party, and I I really section
We'll look for you.
Something.
Yeah, we'll look for you.
I'll be in the upper deck next.
Check
to
your phone about 2:30.
Yeah, I'll be up next to one of the video boards where the fireworks are going off, probably scaring me and my son at the same time. So
I just hope all day I'm getting safe. Alabama's in trouble.
First time the first time I hear that, I'm leaving.
But you got to do it the way that you do it, though. Well, Dusty, I think Bama's in trouble.
Yeah, I just want to get it here.
Man, we had scored 28 unanswered.
Dusty, Georgia's in trouble.
Yeah, if Georgia would show a little bit of sign of life, and I'd say they're in trouble, not thinking that they were in any trouble at all. Next thing you know, they took the lead.
Yeah,
and then I didn't want to say it.
You were outside when they threw that touchdown, and I look outside and through his front windows, and I see Clint doing this.
Yeah.
Giant
I was waiting to see steam coming out of his ears. There's still a permanent handprint in my couch.
Yeah. See what I had to get put on, folks. I'm like the outcast.
Well, if he was normal and rooted for your home state,
that's right. That's right.
I'm just glad I give y'all some punches.
Hey, you will have help there.
Yeah.
I will.
Adam Lindsay's coming. His wife is a big Alabama fan. Will's wife's coming. She's a big Alabama fan. So you're going to have the broad support anyways.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you this. If it looks as bad as we did, I'll just be sitting outside watching Georgia and Texas.
Yeah, we're going to have 2 TVs going and everything.
Yeah.
I guess
and a bunch of food for a lot of people.
Yeah, I guess I better take care of my teams here in a second. Excuse me. Where's he going?
He's bringing. He didn't get to get in on it, so now he's got to talk about his team.
Yeah. Sorry.
Looks like Marshall and West Virginia's in the trash.
They don't win.
My son tried to put these on the other deck. It's kind of funny. So let me talk about these guys here in a moment. How can you be in a one-possession game against one of the teams that we talked about, Iowa State? You had them beat, Neil. It's not about tailgating. I don't know if you all have seen when they asked him if you're losing the fan base. Well, did they have a good time? Did they enjoy tailgating? Yeah, they do when you win, Neil. You're 3-16 against ranked teams. When you get spanked from the third quarter on through the rest of the game. But by the way, the quarterback whose dad that you're at school just inducted into the Hall of Fame is smiling while they're whipping your you-know-what. Yeah, no one's having fun tailgating, Neil.
I feel like he's starting to yell.
And also, Charles Huff, when you're up 20 points with 6 minutes to go, you shouldn't lose. Georgia Southern, they're saying is Gata. Who says Gata? You lost to that bunch.
And he put him in Alabama bag.
Put him in Alabama bag.
I like it.
Yeah.
You throw that whole thing away.
One I found.
Yes, he's still got a rant coming too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be epic. So, okay, I feel better.
You feel better?
I feel better.
It's been a minute. You ain't got to do that.
I was at UNA when all that was going down, so they. Oh, by the way, their first ranked win, since they've gone to FCS, upset the number 10 in the country in Abilene Christian this past week. Probably the best game they've had since joining Division I. Guys, they're in second place in their league right now.
Okay.
3-1 in the league. So that team's kind of catching fire. They got a bye week this week. Go to Central Arkansas, another ranked team that they've got to play. If they win that, they could be up there at the top. So look out for the Lions, guys. After starting off 0-5, they've won 3 in a row and looking pretty good. So I was at that game and I couldn't really vent my frustrations the way I wanted to. I mean, I got in my car. I looked at the Marshall score and it said 23-3, 6 minutes left. I got home I saw a tweet from one of my friends back home in Huntington. Said, yeah, I'm hosting a post-game show. Just got off the phone with Charles Huff to talking about Marshall's 24-23 loss.
Wait, what?
What?
Gata. We lost to a team that says Gata. Oh, okay. We're going to talk some NFL and some wrestling when we come back.
All right.
For high school athletes, every game counts. You push your limits and you chase your dreams. But when injury strikes, you need more than just recovery. At Southern Tennessee Orthopedics, we're here to get you back in the game faster and stronger. From cutting-edge treatments to personalized and compassionate care, we're here for your every move. Our specialized team of experts encompass decades of experience in sports-related injuries. Dr. Paul Thomas, Melanie Durham, and Julie Marcus offer the most comprehensive care from diagnosis to recovery. With advanced treatments and tailored rehabilitation plans, will help you heal stronger and faster. Trust Southern Tennessee Orthopedics to keep you at your best because your future is worth it.
Arts, crafts, stationery, journals, books, educational toys, wrapping paper, devotionals, greeting cards, and much more can all be found at Paper and Thread in downtown Lawrenceburg. Shop local to find the perfect gift or have a custom gift basket made for just the right occasion. Paper and Thread has a party room now available for birthdays, classes, and so much more. We could go on and on about all the neat things you'll find at Paper and Thread, but you just need to hop in your car and head down there. 106 North Military Avenue in Lawrenceburg is where you'll find them and discover what makes Paper and Thread awesome. That's Paper and Thread in downtown Lawrenceburg, 106 North Military Avenue, just north of the square.
Hey guys, I'm Kyle Hammock, General Manager here at Heritage Automotive, your Chevy GMC dealer in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. I'm from Marshall County, Tennessee, where I went to Cornersville High School. I attended Cumberland University. After Cumberland, I went into the United States Marine Corps to serve the country. After that, I went right back into the car business. I'm very familiar with the car business. I have been around the car business pretty much my entire life. And my commitment to you is to ensure the most competitive new and used vehicle pricing on the market, as well as the best service around. Well, we'll treat you like family here at Heritage Automotive in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
Mac Brown has been providing photographic services for 55 years. During that time, Mac Brown photographers have photographed children, seniors, weddings, schools, musicians, and commercial businesses. The studio takes great pride in producing quality photographs and services for its many clients. While the studio has adapted as times have changed, their goal of providing excellent photography has remained constant. For more information or to schedule an appointment, visit their website at macbrownphoto.com or give them a call at 931-762-4263. Let the professionals at Mac Brown Photography turn your memories into treasures.
Hi there everyone, this is Ann Marr with Coldwell Banker Southern Realty. I want to say a great big thank you, Lawrence County, for voting me as your favorite realtor. What a huge honor this is to be voted this by my many clients, my friends, my peers, the people I love. I greatly appreciate all of you so much. I have loved working with many of you, some of you several times, and I look forward to meeting and working with many more of you in the future. I promise to give you 110% of my time, attention, and expertise to make your sale or purchase happen. Just give me a call at 931-242-2643 and let's talk.
Looking for a place to pick up your pumpkins for the fall? Then the Hudson Valley Pumpkin Farm is the place to go. Located at 356 Hudson Road, Hudson Valley has 10 acres of fun waiting for you. They also have corn stalks, mums, and anything else you would need for the fall. It is open starting Saturday, September 14th, and will run every Saturday throughout the fall from 9 to 5 until they run out. You can also visit during the week upon request. For more information, use the QR code at the end of this commercial.
If you're looking for the right someone to mow your property, do landscaping, dirt work, land clearing, fence row clearing, bush hogging, or gutter clearing, call Shake Me Up Lawn Care today, 931-244-0841.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back here to X Sports Live. Getting ready for some NFL talk here with the guys, Dusty Kaiser, Clint Brazier, and Hayden Burks. And back here on set, guys, we've had some big news this week going down. Starting first, 2 wide receivers now switching places. Aaron Rodgers gets another guy that he wants. He gets Devontae Adams. Then Amari Cooper making his way to Buffalo. Just kind of overall, what you guys thinking about those trades?
It ain't gonna matter.
Not for the Jets. I mean, for the Bills, it'll help definitely because.
I mean, I talk about my Alabama guy a little bit, man. It ain't gonna matter. Amari Cooper, one of the best route runners I've ever seen play college football. And for some reason, it just has not carried over to the NFL. He's not had a really good NFL career.
He's been good in spots.
In spots.
He didn't have a good quarterback in Cleveland, though. Deshaun
Well, no,
Watson.
he didn't. Maybe that's what he needs.
Well, he needs some targets, too.
Yeah. He'll be the number one more than likely for Buffalo.
I mean, we all kind of knew that Devontae was going to end up back up with Aaron Rodgers. I did. I feel like I called that one. Aaron Rodgers just
got him a receiver and got his coach fired.
He's just a D-bag, man. Can't stand him. He's a terrible person, and just the way he gets a pass for everything.
Does he still got a lawsuit out against McAfee?
Who's that?
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
He did. I don't know if it ever got settled.
Yeah, he's still appearing on the show.
It wasn't McAfee. It was Favre.
Favre, yeah, it was Favre.
That
Yeah.
was settled,
Yeah.
That was settled last year. But
Well, guys, the Titans didn't start. They started Levis, and we lost again.
How do you do that?
Did you see what Stephen A. Smith said? Said, "Hey, you get a mayonnaise endorsement." Said, "You that bad?" That's what Stephen A. said.
I mean, seriously.
He said, "How's mayonnaise sponsoring you? And you that bad?"
I mean, listen. Besides the Dallas Cowboys, the Titans are the worst team. I think they're worse than the Panthers. When you just look at them playing,
they're worse than Cleveland too.
Will Levis is worse than Dak Prescott, and that's bad.
Yeah, you got to try to be that bad.
You have to really, really suck to be that bad.
Speaking of,
I love the memes every week. There's a new Will Levis.
It's something.
Yeah. It's
What was
something
the one
every
with him
week.
shooting the spider webs?
Yeah.
that was the
Did you
one,
see him? He scored a touchdown in that more. What have you done?
Speaking of bad NFL quarterbacks, can we all safely say that the Deshaun Watson contract is probably the worst in history?
Worst.
The only other one's Dak.
NFL.
The only other one's Dak.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Cowboy fans don't want to hear it, but
Boy,
yeah, but Deshaun
Cleveland.
Watson's bad.
Yeah,
Hey, I knew
that's bad.
Detroit was good and better than Dallas. I didn't know it was going to be that bad.
Even
That
with
was-
Hutchinson
that
going
was
down.
embarrassing.
That was an old-fashioned butt whipping.
Listen,
Hendon Hooker even got to play in that game.
Yeah.
47-9
In the third.
and Detroit said, "Ooh."
They started putting offensive linemen in routes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was crazy.
Yeah, but that kid that got his leg twisted all to pieces, that was disgusting.
Hey, well, you know they didn't show it, but of course, thank God they didn't replay that.
Mm-hmm.
And if you wasn't just, I guess, really focused, you probably wouldn't have seen it.
You just saw him go
But
down.
I seen something on Instagram, a picture of him. And of course, I kept up with him in Michigan just because my coworker is a huge Michigan guy, and we were texting, and I was like, "Dang man, I hate that Hutchinson went down because he's a huge Detroit fan." And he's like, "Yeah, that's the best defender in the league. I don't, I mean, he is the man."
Yeah.
And but I was scrolling, and there was, Instagram, it got a little dot, so I went over to the picture. It didn't say anything about a video.
Yeah.
And as soon as I flipped over, it was at the point in the video when it happened.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But, listen, the old boy, did y'all see him on the field? Did y'all see that part of him? he was raised up on his elbows. He done took his gloves off himself, and all he said was, "I broke my leg." You could read his lips.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
I'd have been throwing up everywhere.
Oh, I'd have been sick. I mean, he still had his helmet on, but you could see his eyes.
Yeah.
And, you could tell. But
something was wrong. Yeah.
But now, props to the Cowboys guys being on the field with him. They showed the respect. And I feel like all professional athletes would do that.
It's a brotherhood.
Yeah, it is.
Just like the Damar Hamlin situation.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
how the Bengals and their training staff and that team stepped up.
Absolutely.
In a big way.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the only one that wanted that to hurry up was Skip Bayless.
Yeah.
He's another one.
He's going away. Everybody's fine. He's about to get canceled. Thank goodness.
Finally?
Hopefully. I mean, he didn't get his contract renewed at Fox.
Yeah, Fox, yeah.
Well,
he's going down the drain.
Someone who needs to get canceled is Jerry Jones. You see what that moron said?
He trying
on
to
that
fire
live
this
radio show.
He's trying to fire the heck.
Yeah.
He gonna fire the radio host for just speaking the truth. Well, you want him to lie?
That's their job.
The Cowboys guys, they're one win away. They're going to be top of their division. They're going to win a Super Bowl. They got the best quarterback in the league. Come on, man.
I think they'll lose their bye week this week.
Yeah, they'll lose something. He'll probably Dak could get benched in the bye week. He needs to.
Yeah.
I mean, how does McCarthy keep his job?
I don't know. If there's another bad loss like that, I don't know how you can keep him.
The guys were
Well, he's riding. McCarthy is literally riding one Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
It's kept him a job for the last 15 years.
True statement.
15 years.
But
yeah.
I mean, and I
Yeah.
and I know Rodgers got what's his name fired at New York. There's no secret.
Yeah.
Yes, but how does McCarthy keep his job?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, golly.
If Aaron Rodgers got pulled like that in New York, how in the world does Dak not have pulled like that?
yeah.
Of course, then again, it's Jerry Jones' call.
Well, Jerry Jones is the GM. It's not a good
He's-
GM. Aaron Rodgers is being the GM in New York. He's got a great defense. His offense is terrible.
Oh yeah. And listen, he's got the weapons on offense.
Yeah.
He's got Wilson and we got Hall.
Yeah.
Now he's bringing in Adams. I mean, and we talked about it first of the year.
I said if they get decent quarterback play, they could be a Super Bowl team. But they're not getting that.
They're not getting that from him, which I think is funny.
Yeah.
But it is scary when you start adding pieces to Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
I mean, because he has shown signs that the old boy, 40 years old, he can still flick it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what he does. He can flick. He can
Because
spin
now,
the rock.
who does New York have this week? Or is it their bye week or who they have? Because that scout,
They're at Pittsburgh on Sunday.
yeah,
night.
that scout report now changes on the board because now you got Devontae Adams.
Yeah,
in New
because I
York.
mean now Pittsburgh ain't going to have a.
you go from you're probably going instead of playing any kind of man, you're probably drop back zone.
You have
Yeah.
to play something.
You have to.
We've got
Keep the
some
ball in
good-
front.
Good matchups this week. Chiefs at 49ers, Super Bowl.
How you're going to lose because the Kansas City Chiefs are going to cheat?
I know.
They don't cheat. It's just the referees want them to win.
Yeah, that's the difference.
Texans and Packers should be.
Ooh, that'd be a good one. Yeah.
Titans are at the Bills. I think we already know what that one's.
A good old fashioned tail whooping.
Yeah. Lions and Vikings, guys.
I love it. Yeah.
Tighten up, baby. Tighten
That's
up.
right. First round pick.
I prayed they'd play a different quarterback, and it would just be so hilarious if he could go and get a win.
Okay, I got a question. Well, let's just skip ahead. If they do get a high pick or number one pick, and they're going for a quarterback, who you think they're going to take?
They're not. There's not a quarterback
don't-
in this draft.
You don't think
There's
they're going
not
to take
any.
quarterback?
There's not any.
What quarterback is in this draft that you remotely want to base your franchise around?
There's not really
Listen,
a
I
great
said it the other day, and maybe I'm wrong.
franchise
but I
quarterback.
wanted to
there's
talk
not
about
one,
it
but-
tonight.
I don't think it's Quinn Ewers.
No, I don't
No.
think Carson Beck definitely ain't.
Some-
I wouldn't
some-
want to
some
deal
of
with
the draft-
Sanders.
Some of the draft pundits keep saying it's going to be Shador Sanders.
Golly, can you imagine Dion in Nashville?
He wouldn't be.
But
mine.
this is where
I
my
would take the kid from Missouri.
Yeah.
before I take Shador.
Yeah.
This is where my mind goes for the Titans, and maybe I'm wrong. I feel like the ownership's going to have to come off the back pocket, and for the only way the Titans to get past this is they've got to find a superstar.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to take somebody from a team. Right. There's not going to be no free agent superstar out there. You're going to have to come off your billfold, and that's the only way the Titans are going to do it. You've got to get a superstar.
Mm-hmm.
You still think Callahan's one and done?
100%.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, he's fired, man. Yeah. That old boy's fired. Listen, when you said big number 22 for Baltimore,
oh my
just
gosh,
pound
He's
the
been
rock,
killing
and
it.
then
He
you.
hasn't missed a step.
Oh my
And
goodness.
he's got more yards and touchdowns than Levis has got. He's got more rushing yards than Levis
Then the
has
whole
passing
offense,
yards.
passing yards.
Than Levis has.
We're gonna let him walk, though, guys. I think we can do it with Pollard. Come on,
It's so bad in Nashville.
And big shout out to Harbaugh too. I thought at
Yes.
the start of the year they weren't using him enough. I think he's realized there's a lot of gas left in that tank.
That tank is not empty.
Yeah, about to say.
I mean, that old boy, if you just want to just kind of sound like Ezekiel Elliott, he just wants to feed me.
Yeah.
Just feed me the ball.
It's hard, and it still gets better as he goes.
Yeah.
People have certainly been feeding Ezekiel Elliott. He's gained like 50 pounds since his.
He looks like Eddie Lacy.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Ravens, Monday night, we got a doubleheader on Monday night. Ravens at Buccaneers. We got the Lions at the Vikings.
That's a great matchup. You guys.
I love Tampa. The way they're
Sam
playing.
Darnold. You know, I know we talk about quarterbacks in NFL. You know, it's a bust. It's a bust. Well, not all the time, because sometimes it is a system in the NFL. Sam Darnold's found his system.
Yeah, and he is
Now you got Justin Jefferson,
Yeah.
who is a once in a lifetime talent,
Right.
but Sam Darnold has found his. He's found it.
Speaking of systems and finding the guy, how good is Jalen Daniels?
Gosh,
been
I got him on my fantasy. Oh my gosh, I'm racking up points.
I didn't either. I didn't see it at all.
I didn't think he should have won Heisman. I didn't think.
No, I didn't think he was a Heisman Trophy winner.
I thought Washington sure did bust when they picked him up, but I was wrong.
Man, he's looking good, but what's happened to Philly? I know they won, but
their coach is starting fights with fans.
Yeah.
What?
Bringing his kids to press conferences.
Why do you do that?
I cannot stand that.
Was it at Cleveland? Yeah, it was Cleveland
Yeah,
that he was he was getting trash talking to the Cleveland fans. I was like, boy, you've.
It was his own fans.
Oh, was it?
It was his own fans.
It was his own fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is, but if that's your coach, your culture can't be very good.
No, it's his own fans. They got the Giants at noon on Sunday. Yeah,
That's a bad program too. Did y'all see their owner come out the other night against Buffalo? Was it Buffalo? They just played the Giants this past weekend. Who did they play? Just somebody. Just
Let's see, they played
the Giants.
The Bengals.
the Bengals. Did y'all see that moron? He come out. Some fans was giving him a hard time because they suck. And he done this. Held his hand up with the Super Bowl ring. He won with Eli.
Yeah.
And held it up and pointed at it. Like, that was 20 years ago.
yeah. Thanks to a catch off a helmet and New England just imploding 2 times that they played y'all.
Yeah, they're 2-4 and 0-3 at home.
Mm-hmm.
You got to protect your home field. The
You
Giants
got
just aren't doing that. Right
Daniel Jones is bad.
Yeah.
He's got to go. That's another bad contract too. Good
I think
grief.
it's a horrible contract.
That's awful.
So, kind of switching into wrestling a little bit. I wish I could have been here to talk the Hell in a Cell match with Drew and Punk. I watched it the other day.
It's one of the best matches I've watched in a long time. I've watched a lot of wrestling.
I know you weren't a fan of the whole friendship bracelet thing, but to see them tie it there
Yeah,
at the
that
end
was
with
a good
Punk
time.
shoving his face full of it, then hitting the GTS.
But we talked about it, and I'll bring it up with you just because you're here. Like, I think my best moment, though, was the finisher. Putting
Wrapping that chain around
the knee for the GTS.
Yeah, and you knew what was coming as soon as he started.
Yeah,
doing
when he
that.
started wrapping it up, I'm thinking, all right.
But at the end of the day, that was a hardcore ECW match.
Yeah,
apparently the PG era, the PG era is over.
Yeah.
The suplex through the table and Drew getting
Landing on
juiced the hard way.
Yeah, but
that was not planned.
No, it wasn't. 14 staples.
That bump he took going for that Claymore that he landed on the steps. Jeez, I don't care if
he deserves a break.
I don't care if that was planned or not. That had to hurt.
I mean, that's aluminum. Yeah. And that's pretty sturdy aluminum.
And we've already kind of seen Punk and Seth are going to be down the road.
Oh, they're going to get it. They're going to get it on.
That could be a WrestleMania match. They might interfere with each other at the Rumble. I mean, we've got
Kevin Owens has opened a big old can of worms.
With Cody.
Yeah,
with
Cody.
Randy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, was that statement he made? I haven't watched that video.
He's in the ring, and they're trying to back Kevin up. Randy gets in the ring trying to back him up, and he catches Randy with the elbow in the jaw. Randy falls back in the ropes, and he come at him, punched him. Yeah. They go to the back, and they're coming back there screaming for help, and Kevin Owens got Randy Orton on the ground, and he's doing the old Stone Cold stomp on him. So they setting up Owens, Orton.
KO already attacked Cody.
He already attacked Cody. Cody's got his stuff with Gunther now with the Classic
Crown
Champion,
Jewel.
Crown Jewel. Jimmy and Jay.
Oh my gosh! I
Monday
love that
night.
segment
That was
so
a great.
much.
Did y'all see it Monday night? Yeah. I thought Roman done a really good job Friday night when they was in the ring, and instead of acknowledge me, acknowledge him.
Right.
I thought that was really good to let Jimmy get him back in the spotlight. Guys, I keep seeing all this stuff. I mean, we fix to see Rock and Roman.
Oh yeah.
What about this? They mentioned it twice on Monday. I think you might be right. We might be seeing Brock soon too.
Oh, 100%. Lesnar's back. I mean,
Because they're actually talking about
They're
him.
talking about him now.
They're showing clips of him, you know, in all the trailers and all that. I mean, he's not banned. I mean,
no,
well, he's on their website.
Well,
He
listen,
still is an active.
and it's going to be one of those surprises where it's just going to be the music.
when is Royal Rumble? February?
I think it's January.
January.
January 21st, I think,
We
is the
still
official
got
date.
Survivor Series. We
I
still got
think
War
he
Games.
shows up War Games.
Yeah,
I don't.
They haven't set up anything for who's going to be.
I think
against who.
I
at War
think
Games
Brock's
yet.
Survivor
I think it's gonna be the
Series,
Bloodline
and I
too
think
going
I
at
think Cena's number 30 at Royal
100%.
Rumble.
Yeah,
100%.
At least that's what I want it to be.
yeah, that would be.
I think John Cena's definitely.
Or picture this storyline: Rock number 30 at.
Well, I mean, The Rock's going to be in it
And wins
because
it to get him a title shot, or
I mean, everything I'm seeing, and I've been reading and seeing some clips. War Games is going to be The Rock, Solo, and his guys, Fatu, and the other ones against Roman,
the Usos,
and Cody.
Who's going to be the fifth though?
I think it was Orton. It's a picture I seen.
Maybe was it? It might be Sammy. I don't know.
It might have been, but you know that they went throwing some stuff out there. But they're setting up The Rock and Roman.
My only thing though is, you know, you remember WrestleMania that we all watched together. The little bit of time in that tag match that Rock got in was very slow.
Yeah,
he was very. He didn't move a lot.
No,
didn't do any running. Everything was real slow.
But Roman could lead.
He's old.
Yeah.
I mean,
but Roman, I think Roman would just carry the match. He would put The Rock on his shoulder and say, hey, I got this. Let's just go with me. There's another one, guys. Not a huge fan. Bill Goldberg's going to fight. He's going to spear Gunther.
Yeah.
Before it's over.
It's coming. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to see him any more matches.
No, I don't want to see him more. But I wouldn't mind seeing him spear him.
After his last run and about breaking Undertaker's neck and, and all that.
He ended the career of my favorite wrestler of all time.
Yeah.
So
he straight up kicked Bret Hart.
And don't think for a second Bret Hart still won't put him down for it.
I guarantee you, Bret Hart.
Which the best part of if there's a wrestling documentary with Bret Hart in it, you know, the most honest guy is always going to be Bret Hart.
Oh, yeah.
Like everyone talking about WCW. Well, this happened, that happened. Well, I did this because of this. And then they just cut the Bret Hart. Yeah, that idea sucked.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. These guys just didn't know what they were doing.
They didn't know what they were doing.
They were terrible.
But like we keep saying each week, you know, it's in a good spot. I think wrestling's in a really good spot. The storylines are fun.
See, I wish though. Of course, we know Monday Night Raw is going to two. They've been to 2 hours.
2 hours.
Netflix. SmackDown need to figure out what Raw is doing because the first week Raw was 2 hours. It was not a great show. This past week was an unbelievable show. So SmackDown needs to figure out what Raw is doing and do what they're doing on Friday.
All I'm going to say is, please WWE, if you happen to have anything that's channeling exports into your tie-ins, if you ended up doing Rock and Roman, they've got to give it to Roman. Because he's the future. He's the present and the future. Yeah. You're not going to make a run with Rock. It's because he's old and he's got too much going on.
Yeah.
Right. Do it right this time and give me a Stone Cold Steve Austin appearance. At whatever deal
whatever
they're
cost,
doing,
yeah.
Because that should have been him instead of Undertaker.
They have a bloodline rules match and everybody...
Listen.
Everybody gets involved again.
We talk, that music, that glass breaks.
Yeah.
Vegas is going nuts.
Oh, because that's where it's going to be, Vegas.
Yeah.
2 nights of Vegas, WrestleMania.
It just seemed wrong, WrestleMania 40, you didn't have a Stone Cold Steve Austin
Especially
appearance.
hearing the behind the scenes where The Undertaker, only got a phone call about earlier in the week, and then they informed him of his spot
listen, the
in
more
it
I
while
want,
he was there. He
He was in the luxury suite, and then he got the phone call right before the match started, like, hey, when did you get down here ASAP? So
and listen, I don't want to take anything away from him, but the more I watch his podcast, he's a yes man.
Who?
Undertaker.
Wow.
He can talk about how he's all this bad and this and that, or I'll punch you in the mouth if you're in the ring. That dude, that's a Vince McMahon, yes, man.
He's listen. That's what I said. I would like to see his thoughts and takes, candidly, openly, what he really thinks about Vince now. Because to his credit, that was all recorded before this last scumbag thing came out on Vince.
Right. But I watch his podcast. If you see it out, I mean, it's fresh stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
And he's pretty. He's just the Undertaker. I feel like it's a little different when you're sitting there in that chair than what you get.
And he does have some funny moments. Like that
Oh.
podcast with Kane was great. With
Dude.
Kane winning the world championship, but it came the night that they had that awesome Hell in the Cell match.
Yeah. Austin saying, "Well, come on, kid, we got to follow that."
And listen, y'all won't talk like you start watching them podcasts about some of them clips. Kane was a big dude, man.
Oh,
Glenn
yeah.
Jacobs, holy cow,
big guy.
Probably the best debut, in my opinion. Even though the Undertaker's was great in Survivor Series when I was a
when
kid,
Kane come out,
Kane's was the best debut I've
when
ever
he pulled
seen.
that cage door off.
Especially since he didn't get there. I don't know if you know the backstory. He didn't get there until an hour before that was supposed to happen because he got caught in Kansas City.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that. Yes, I think they talked about that in the podcast.
I mean, they were worried he wasn't gonna make it.
Yeah. Oh man, glad he did. It was a great day.
I mean, it changed wrestling.
All right, well, coming up next here, guys, we're going to end the show with everyone's favorite segment, our rant segment. It's coming up next.
Since 1955, Evers Construction has been the company folks have trusted for residential and commercial construction projects. Today, Evers is still the leader in building and is just as committed to maintaining. From residential to commercial and industrial, Evers' team of experts stands ready to install, service, and repair all your HVAC and plumbing needs. Specializing in leak repair, maintenance, air duct cleaning and repair, air handler service, drain cleaning, gas line work, emergency unit repair, inspections, and more. Evers Construction offers a preventative maintenance package to keep your home or business cool in the summer and warm in the winter. Trained, trusted, reliable. For more information or to schedule an appointment with the pros who know, phone 931-762-3593 or visit eversconstructionco.com. Evers Construction Company in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
We at Sassy Southern Designs are wishing all the football teams the best this season. We have merchandise for every school in the district as well as some outside the district as well. So come by and check us out. We're at 1294 1st Avenue right behind McDonald's in Lawrenceburg.
A&M Medical is Lawrence County's newest medical clinic, specializing in urgent and primary care. Practitioners Andrea Bain and Meredith Hutton bring years of experience and compassion to keep you and your family healthy. A&M Medical features a separate well waiting room to meet your needs. Visit today and ask about A&M's weight loss program and telemedicine services. That's A&M Medical, located at 2367 Highway 43 South in Leoma, Tennessee.
Oktoberfest is approaching, and our very favorite day, Loretto Merchants Day, on October 12th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Loretto Merchants Day is an opportunity to visit our local merchants to see what all they have to offer, which is a lot. We have a plethora of businesses with so many amazing things in store. Old School Rentals is hosting vendors, showing off his propane tanks and rental equipment. Sarah CBT has a variety of vendors, from sweet treats, food trucks, home decor, jewelry, mums, and more. You're always in for a treat. New arrivals aplenty inside. Hun House Wine and Spirits is stocked up on all your seasonal and yearly favorites, and a German beer tasting from 2 to 4 p.m. Also, stop by Cash Saver, Greens Home Center, Lawson's, Loretto Nursery and Landscaping, the Masters Home Gallery, Rest and Refine, and the Dalai Lama. Maps are available at every location. Some businesses are hosting vendors while others are offering sales, specials, new arrivals, and special treats inside. It's up to you to go check them out and find out what goodies are in store on October 12th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Find out more details by checking out our Facebook event page. Just search Loretto Merchants Day.
Do you have a small farm, a big farm, or just critters in the backyard to feed? If you answered yes to any of those questions, then you need to make the short drive down to A&B Feeds in Etheridge, Tennessee today. Owner and operator Jamie Ayers has you covered and will treat you right. That's A&B Feeds in Etheridge, Tennessee.
Air keeps your home or business comfortable. For more than 20 years, we provided outstanding residential and commercial services through Southern Middle Tennessee. Whether you need assistance with your heat, air conditioning, preventive maintenance, or anything in between, trust our reliable team to get the job done. We'll take the time to figure out your specific needs and recommend what we believe is right and best for your situation.
We've been using Arctic Air for over 15 years now. Their service is great, they're here when we need them, and their prices are competitive. They take the worry out of the heat and air so I don't have to.
Arctic Air. When you need us, we'll be there.
Financial advisor Scott Beasley knows time spent with family is everything. As a founder of Beasley Wealth Management, his mission is to give clients the freedom to enjoy time with family without the burden of financial concerns. A local of Lawrenceburg, Scott deeply values building relationships with clients, ensuring they make informed decisions concerning asset management, tax planning, and retirement planning. Offering a free initial consultation, Beasley Wealth Management helps clients pursue their aspirations with confidence. A local law firm respected throughout the state. Generations of clients have turned to Boston, Holt, and Durham since 1948. We assist individuals and businesses with their legal needs, including real estate, property closings, personal injury, employment discrimination, and family law. Our clients get the personal attention and convenience of a hometown law firm with the resources and ability to handle any case. Come see us at Boston, Holt, and Durham.
Since opening our doors in 1904, Builtwell Bank has existed to be the local economic engine for the communities we serve. No matter if you're buying a car, saving for retirement, or finally buying that forever home, Builtwell Bank is here to help. From personal checking and savings accounts to a full suite of business and commercial banking with treasury management services, we'll make sure you'll have a dedicated Builtwell banker that understands your unique needs and stands by you every step of the way. No matter where you are in Tennessee or Northwest Georgia, there's likely a Builtwell Bank location nearby. Come see us and let our dedicated financial team help you with all of your banking needs. Member FDIC.
At C&B Linen, fast, friendly, and reliable service is our promise to you. Because you're not just a customer, you're family. From multi-use linen to branded floor coverings and a complete range of cleaning supplies, C&B Linen is here to make sure you have everything you need. From our high-quality products to our fast, friendly, and reliable service, you'll experience the difference with C&B Linen. Because you're not just a client, you're part of our family. You'll be winning with C&B Linen.
Got a dent, a ding, a scratch, or a bent fender? Major or minor, Car Country Collision Center in Leoma can fix you up. Car Country works with all insurance carriers, gives free estimates, can work on foreign and domestic vehicles, and has experience you can trust. They've been in business since 1990. Unfortunately, accidents happen, but you can get your car back on the road with as little hassle as possible with the help of Car Country. Call 931-852-4708 or stop by at 2567 Highway 43 South in Leoma.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
We'll blame it on him.
Welcome to X Sports Live into our final segment of the show, talking about maybe the biggest bust in Titans history, Vince Young.
Yeah, who knows? He might have been the next Joe Montana if he went somewhere besides the Titans.
Could have been.
You know, we don't know. Maybe he just might have get cursed by where he went.
Or maybe if Jeff Fisher wasn't his coach.
Right, true.
It could have been that. All right, who wants to start off? You got one here?
I ain't got one. I gotta see how it goes. It's still up in the air. It has to do with the Cowboys, so I gotta wait until next week and see how that goes.
I'll go. I got two things. First thing I want to say is it's not a rant. My first one is had a great time this past weekend in Gatlinburg with my wife and my son. My daughter didn't go; she had to work. There with a group of friends. Got to go watch the Kellys sing at Dollywood.
I saw that video. That was great.
Done a phenomenal job. John Kelly and the Kellys, hats off to you, man. Do a great job. I know it was a short 30-minute each time. If you get an opportunity here in Lawrence County to go listen to them, I think it'll be a great thing for you and your family. So now here's my rant. And
it ain't gonna be about gospel music, is it?
It's gonna be about the Kellys.
No.
Listen, you start slamming that. I ain't getting struck by that.
Yeah. And this goes for people right here in Lawrence County. If they are Airbnb owners or if you own rental property that people rent from you, like on vacation, from what happened to us
I know where this is going.
Thursday night, I've never in my life been a part of something that was so dysfunctional. We, one of the families got to Gatlinburg around 5:30. Check in, every time you go somewhere, check in. Checkout's 10 in the morning, check-in's 4.
Yeah.
Across the board.
I used to work at a resort, so he's definitely there in that area, so I know exactly what he's talking about.
5:30, first family gets there. Wife goes in the cabin, door work, whatever. She immediately sends a text out in the ladies group, our cabin's not clean. And at first you're thinking, okay, maybe they're behind.
East Tennessee's been hit pretty hard.
They've been hit very hard. There's a lot of people up there traveling right now. It is fall break. Mm-hmm. You've had a lot of people that's kind of evacuated North Carolina just to kind of get away. Mm-hmm. So you kind of give a little leeway. I was being, all of us were being very patient in this. So so the girl who set the reservations for us, she makes the phone call. Of course, the guy, he's just a property manager. He don't own the building or he don't own the cabin or nothing like that. He don't even work for the Airbnb. Maybe he's just a manager. So, of course, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Let me see what's going on, blah, blah, blah. Well, like an hour goes by and hadn't heard anything. So she makes the phone call again. Well, it's not going to happen right now. It's probably going to be another hour and a half, 2 hours before they get to your cabin. Why don't y'all go on down into town and eat? And, I'll take care of dinner. Then you come back and, everything be good. So we're still driving as all this is going on. Mm-hmm. So me and my wife and my son, we roll up at the cabin 8:30. The other couples that had got there before us, they had actually went into town and was having dinner. As I'm sitting there, my wife gets out and she walks in. There's 2 women in the house. They had just started cleaning at 8:30. Mm-hmm. Not only had they just started cleaning, but to go to Walmart and buy new sheets and new towels don't wash anything, and they just put it all.
They're trying to get in and out.
They're trying to get in, and we caught them. So some people are like, well, at least you got new sheets. Well, dude, and this is no knock to Walmart, but like those sheets are new, so they've been out in the store. They stink.
Itchy.
They're itchy. So we get, so now we're all like, oh, wait a minute. Like this isn't going to work. Girl calls the guy back and like, at this point it's almost 10 o'clock. Mm-hmm. Hey, we got 9 kids. We're all sitting outside. And the guy says, well, how about we just talk about it tomorrow after everybody cools off?
Hey, no Dusty Kaiser was on that trip.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
He don't cool off.
I just remember the text message. I know how mad he was.
So, and listen, I'm going to call her by name. Jenna done a phenomenal job. She's a very professional girl. Her and her sister have a business here in town. Small business owners, they do a great job. She kept her head. Yeah. She was like, no, sir. we're going to talk about this right now. So they comped us our first night.
Mm-hmm.
About 11 bells is when we all get in the cabin.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
On a Friday night, right?
Thursday night.
Oh, it's a Thursday.
Thursday night.
About 5.5 hours after when the room was supposed to be ready.
Thank you. And so now we go to Dollywood on Friday. She's wanting to go see her dad sing. You know, of course, we got the kids. Everybody's ready to have a good time. And these people are trying to get this settled while we're on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first of all, it should have been settled Thursday night.
Yeah.
And the conversation shouldn't have had any more conversation until when it's over with. So if I got anything to say to property owners, do better in trying to take care of your customers. Because, in what I do for a living, reviews mean a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Same.
And these people are like, well, now make sure you don't leave us a bad review.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Mine will be in very bold uppercase letters. Dusty Kaiser thinks
you want to scroll down to see Dusty's 1 star.
Yeah,
It'll be half a star.
Yeah, half a star. I'll be like Chris Tucker on Longest Yard.
Chris Rock. Yeah.
Chris Rock. Yeah. But anyways, you know, people need to learn to take care of their customers better, not just say, "Oh, okay, well, whatever." You know, that's what if it had been a situation where we might have had a grandparent with us or something?
Right.
You know, like I thought it was handled very terribly bad, and I know that we will never use that company again.
Yeah, I haven't experienced with that before. Like we had a cleaning service when I worked at one of the Wyndham resorts there in town. We had a cleaning service that you looked at our reviews online. No one complained about the actual room or complained about the property. They all complained about how poorly the rooms are taken care of as far as the cleaning goes. I mean, that was, I swear to you, probably 70% of the calls I got when I worked the front desk were about the room and how clean it was.
Right.
And how many times someone like me or someone else had to go in there and re-clean a room because of this cleaning service. So that's a problem that a lot of resorts there in town are having. So, Clint, what you got, man?
I don't have any rants. I do want to give some shout outs. I hit 6 months over the weekend. I had a birthday yesterday.
Happy birthday, big guy.
He's a big baby, man. 6 months old.
That's right. Well, those are two different things. But I do want to give a shout out to Gretchen and my mom, who did way more than you should have for my birthday, and you made me feel really, really special. But also, I just sent AJ a link, and our thoughts and prayers are with Tristan Perry and his family, my cousin Paige, his mother. Sent a link for a Venmo that I'm going to get AJ to put on our exports page. That family's going through a lot. It'll have improvement one day, and then it'll go down the next day. And he's fighting. And kid was in a terrible car accident, and they really need some help just from going back and forth. Anything you can help them with, please do. It's a great family, and he's a great kid. And if you can, AJ will have that posted on the Exports Network if you haven't saw the link somewhere. And if you can help. That's all I got.
All right. Well, guys, there's a podcast I see the clips of me and you. We were talking about it, and so just to not say that I listened to their podcast and then took one thing out of context. These guys posted this on their own social media. This is McCready and Siski. They're former coaches. One of them used to coach at Alabama and Ole Miss. So the title is PSA, Stop Criticizing Coaches' Scheme/Play Calling When You Have Never Coached or Played. And they, I would play the clip, but they cuss a lot, and, it just wouldn't be good for us to play all that language that they used. They had A.J. McCarron. That was a part of this as well. And they were talking about, guys criticizing Lane Kiffin or criticizing Alabama. The base of it was Alabama's defensive scheme against Vandy, which they played man-free, and somebody broke it down, who I now follow that guy on Twitter because I watched his video breakdowns. I'm going to send him the Tennessee Bama breakdown he has. It's really, really good because he takes you on film. He works for Sports Illustrated. He's I cannot remember his name off the top of my head, but they were going off of that. So my message to you, McCready and Siski, when you make the money that you make, when you're a coach at those schools, the more money you make, the more criticism you face. That's why I have problems with people criticizing high school coaches or criticizing middle school and little league coaches, because they don't have the time and don't make the money that these guys used to make. And you know what? When Vandy is chopping up your defense and you make no adjustments,
I can say what I want to.
They don't need to know what Palm's defense is. They don't need to know what a sonic blitz is, because apparently your freaking team doesn't know about it either.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think your team knows.
And you know what? Vandy doesn't know about it because they didn't experience Palms or sonic blitz. Why? Because they were chopping you up for 11 yards of freaking pop. And to say, go and watch. Here, I'll even show you can zoom in on it. Just look them up. McCready and Siskey. It says PSA. Stop criticizing coach's scheme play on this. Well, you can criticize their recruiting. You can criticize an NFL team on the players they get, but you can't criticize a scheme or anything like that. BS. Mm-hmm. When you make the money that they make, and you were talking about Josh Heupel at Arkansas, 5 minutes left. You have a great defense. You want to say you want to lean on your defense, but all of a sudden, when you're running the ball down their throat, Nico, who can't complete a pass, you want to throw it with them 3 times.
2 incomplete passes, stop the clock, gives Arkansas the ball back with enough time to go down and beat you.
Yeah, and they mentioned Lane Kiffin on this, and they said, Lane Kiffin's forgotten more scheme than you'll ever know. Yeah, apparently he forgot the part of how to come back or hold a lead against LSU. Or how about all the other games that Lane's blew in his career? Yeah, he probably forgot everything he probably should have used in that game as well. You know what?
They call him Big Game Lane for a reason, because he can't win the big game.
That's what he said. He has never won one.
Yeah, and the comments are pretty much repeating what I'm saying right now.
Well, look, it is what it is. I used to take it easy, especially recruiting college athletes. College football, college sports is professional sports now.
Yes.
All bets are off.
Yeah.
I can criticize that kid. I can criticize that coach. Yeah. I can, all bets are off.
Yes. And these guys don't have it like our local high school coaches do. Those guys don't have to teach a class.
No.
They don't have to. They only have to deal with their kids as far as football. They got to deal with other kids.
And here's the thing:
some of those guys are coaching other sports. I mean, Bryce Glass over at Loretto coaches everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean,
hey, if I make
I'm
a
not
comment,
going to ever criticize that guy.
If I make a comment or type something that you don't agree with, that you think's dumb, it may be dumb, but you can give it back to me, or you can just shut up and take it.
Yes, either way, or delete it. I don't really care.
And another thing about that is, I hear about it all the time from coaches at every level. Man, if only people knew about all the preparation we do, all the meetings and all that stuff, which, yes, you have to do those things.
That's your job.
Yes, I believe you work hard. Yes, but also that's your job. And in the words of a great coach, don't tell me about the labor, show me the baby. Yeah. I can only judge you on what happens in between the lines. Mm-hmm. And if what happens in between the lines isn't giving you W's, change it. Make an adjustment. Why wait till halftime to make adjustment? If you see that crap happening during the game, adjust to it now.
Because you're making millions of dollars to make those adjustments in the middle of the first quarter if you have to.
Yes.
Not waiting going into halftime so you can sit down and talk about it.
Yeah. Again, this criticism is not for high school or middle school or little league coaches now whatsoever.
No, college and
those college and pro guys who want to tell us how hard their job is. Well, palms and sonic blitzes. Well, yeah. When teams are lighting you up for 500 yards, they don't know what one looks like either because they're too busy scoring.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they don't have to stop and read it.
Was they doing a blitz on us?
I don't know. What defense was that?
The only Sonic they know is Sonic the Hedgehog running into the end zone.
Yeah, collecting the rings.
6 points. So, yeah, I saw that. I normally like that podcast because they have a lot of great stories from their coaching days and their recruiting days, and they do offer some good insight. But when you see something like that saying we can't criticize a coach, BS, buddy. BS.
Don't listen to X Sports Network.
Don't listen to X Sports Network. You probably don't like us, and you know what? I think you're an idiot, which is why you're not coaching anymore. Yeah,
there's a reason they've got a podcast.
Yeah, and they're not coaching.
They're not coaching no more. Got to talk about something.
Yeah, they got to do something. So okay, I'm off my horse now. Again, that's only about college and pro coaches. They're not like our local high school guys who got to teach. They got to coach other sports.
Yes.
They got to mow the grass. They got to stripe the field. They got to deal with.
Yeah, and they don't get to recruit legally.
Yeah.
Legally.
Only in Pulaski. We all know it's the truth. Come on.
He said it, not me.
Shoot, their own coaches say it. Who cares? We all know what's going on over there. Anyway, so that will do it for today's show. So for Dusty Kaiser, Clint Brazier, for Hayden Burks, I'm Adrian.
Go Vols! Roll Tide!
Don't embarrass me, Mountaineers. We'll see you guys next week.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.